our trips, when we would go on vacations, we would go to museums, not necessarily art museums. I think the first art museum I saw was perhaps the St. Louis Museum of Art. It doesn't surprise me that art started fascinating me. The work that I saw at the gallery was of these wonderful bowls, cups, pitchers, all ceramic or glass objects that he depicted sitting on a table or a break front or whatever. And I couldn't get over the clarity that he managed to use to depict those, which was somewhat mysterious because of maybe an evenness of light on the objects, as well as the colors that were depicted, which were all somewhat matte and muted, but it was a revelation to me. Once again, it's her, that fine line kind of specificity that she utilizes in drawing that just amazes me. She also does silver point drawings. She incorporates some Ukrainian folk craft elements in her work. The piece that you have appealed to me. It is just a simple expression of a loaf of bread cut, a cup, and one other object on a table top with a covering, like a napkin or something. Very simple, very folk-like kind of imagery, and the simplicity of it appealed to me, and a very kind of honest look at Ukrainian regional craft. She loved making drawings and paintings, watercolors, I think primarily, in which she could utilize reflective surfaces to enhance the imagery that she wanted to present. She's very, very precise, and I love what she manages to do. Appeals to me in the same way that very specific drawing appeals to me. But the reality that she manages to achieve relative to the object that she makes finishes them in such a way that you think you're really looking at a cantaloupe. And then when you try to pick it up, you realize it's much too heavy to be a cantaloupe. I was amazed at his ability to capture all the paint pots and everything that were on a long table that extends to the foreground of the painting, and how he managed to incorporate all of that and include a figure at the other end of the table as well. So I not only started collecting work here in Tucson, but I also was able to pay back some of the artists who had given me work in New York City. So I bought their work as well. And that was the beginning of a collection of art.